Good Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Monday. I'm your host for South Carolina weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Monday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on pretty much for the entire state except for over here the coastal regions of Charleston County as well as Beaufort County um, and Colleton County as well. So that's the region that we're looking for some isolated shower activity. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Going over here to the MRMS. MRMS right now obviously showing that shower activity. We also do have some rain going on in southeastern North Carolina. Huge amount of snow going all the way from Canada through Michigan, going to Detroit or just to the east of Detroit now. New York receiving some snow, Vermont receiving some snow, some rain just to the south of Chicago, maybe some isolated showers in Texas, and then some rain and some snow activity going on inside of Arizona and southeastern California, now moved out of that Los Angeles region. So now let's go on and talk about our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now is pretty much over the entire state. Low clouds going all the way from the upstate of South Carolina to the low country, but it is slowly making its way east and out of South Carolina. Here it is right here. As you go on and push this forward, you can see as the night progresses, cloud cover will continue to move out. And as you get into tomorrow morning, for our Tuesday morning, it's looking clear. Going through to Tuesday night, still looking clear. Going into Wednesday morning, this is. Cloud cover still seems to not be too big of a threat or too big of an issue inside of South Carolina. And then as you continue all the way to Wednesday night, some scattered cloud activity occurs, but overall, still just seems to be more of a clear slash a scattered cloud type event as we go through the next 48 or so hours. Current temperatures 43 in Greenville as well as 48 in Rock Hill, 48 in Bennettsville as well as 49 in Lourdes, 46 in Lourdes, 46 in Myrtle Beach as well as 48 in Georgetown. 48 in Moncks Corner, as well as 48 in Charleston, 47 in Somerville, 48 in Walterboro, as well as 50 in Beaufort, 50 in Fairfax, 50 in Barnwell, and 50 in Augusta, as well as 48 in Edgefield, 46 in Greenville, and 44 in Anderson, as well as 43 in, I already said Greenville, but 46 in Greenwood, 43 in Greenville. Here's your low temperatures for tonight. 36 in Columbia as well as 35 in Camden, 38 inside of Florence as well as 41 in Myrtle Beach, 38 in Georgetown, 39 in Moncks Corner, 42 in Charleston, 38 inside Walterboro, 39 in Somerville as well as 44 in Hilton Head Island, 36 in Barnwell, 35 in Aiken as well as 32 in Anderson, 30 in Greenville and Spartanburg, 31 inside of Rock Hill as well as some other temperatures, but it's kind of like a line. Once you get past Columbia, that's when you get to the low 30s. But once you get to the south of Columbia, or south and east of Columbia, that's when you get to the upper 30s, lower 40s, maybe even the mid 40s. But once you get northwest of Columbia, it just kind of seems it gets to that low 30s below freezing point. So now going on, let's talk about our rainfall. Now this goes all the way from 7 o'clock p.m. all the way to 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and I can probably say that that line from honestly from the inland of the inland of the low country of South Carolina near like Walterboro, Moncks Corner, I'd honestly say that that chance is pretty much close to zero. I think the only region that's probably going to see any more precipitation is the coastal regions, maybe a bit more inland, but overall, I think it's just going to be the coastal regions that's going to receive some precipitation. Would not be surprised if a couple of showers made its way inland, but overall, I think it's mainly just the coastal region that's going to receive that precipitation. No severe weather is expected, but we're going to check it out. We haven't checked it out in a little bit. Here we go, right here. The probability of excessive rainfall. Nothing for the next 5 days until you get to Friday. Friday, there is a minor risk for some. Let me check this out. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yep, that's Friday. So Friday, there in the very northwestern upstate, in Oconee County, there is a marginal risk of excessive rainfall, minor flooding, maybe even some isolated flash flooding is possible. 5 days out, it will change. So this is not exactly what's going to happen. right now, at least. So now talking about the SPC outlook, right now, nothing going on for the next 3 or so days either. So that's pretty much that. One thing that we have not looked at in a good while is the drought monitor. I honestly, with the amount of snow talk and all that, and from what's been going on, kind of forgot about the drought monitor. But right now, it shows pretty much a D1 from eastern Berkeley County, eastern Charleston County, as well as Williamsburg, Georgetown, Horry, Marion, Florence, Darlington, Dillon, Marlboro, as well as Chesterfield, northern Lancaster, and York as well. All have the D1 moderate drought, meaning that there is a drought. It's the least of the droughts, but it is still a drought. And then from Dorchester County through western Charleston County, the rest of Berkeley County, going all the way up through to Clarendon, Lee, Kershaw, Fairfield, through Abbeville County, all the way up to the eastern and northern Greenville County as well. Even through Spartanburg County, there is a D0, meaning it abnormally dry, not a drought, but you probably need rain in those regions. So let's go on and talk about the future. Let's see, will there be any rain for this drought potentially? And then as you go through, here's like 11 to 12 o'clock in the morning, those showers just mainly staying near the coastline. But as you just go on and continue them, you can see that after that, we're looking to stay dry for about the next 40 hours or so. So honestly, I would not really expect any sort of rain for the next 40 or so hours. And if you go on over here to our future, where we can actually look the next 400 hours out or so and see what's happening there. So here we go over here. Time is in the top right corner of your screen. As you go ahead and push this forward, the rain is all out, and it's honestly staying dry until like the end of the week, until February the 31st, where we have that marginal risk of excessive rainfall over there for the northwestern portion of South Carolina, the very far upstate. But overall, staying mainly dry until around Friday. And then Saturday morning comes along, brings some more shower activity. But other than that, that's all that I'm seeing that's really important. Another storm system that we might have to watch, February the 7th through the 8th, maybe even the 9th as well, trying to bring maybe some thunderstorms with it as well, but that's a bit too far out. It's around 300 to 320, 330 hours out, so we're not going to talk about that too much. So now let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Only three people tonight. Salver says, good evening. Let me move this over here. Good evening. Nothing but rain today at my house. Soggy, wet, and gray, just like you said. Hopefully things will perk up over the next few days, or at least by the weekend. And like I just said, it will stay dry pretty much throughout the whole week until around Friday night, Saturday morning. So looking to stay dry and hopefully clearing up a little bit more for the area as well. My cousin Cheryl says, hey, women, hope all is well. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Keep up the good work. Love you because God has big opportunities for you. Love you to the moon and back. Cheryl, thank you so much for your comment. Love you as well. Dad says, good evening, cousin Joseph. How are things with you? Things are going good. And that's about it. So we're going to go on and end this. If you have not voted inside the poll yet, make sure that you go on and do that if you're inside the live right now. And let's go on and talk about San Antonio and Raleigh right quick and fast. And if we don't have anything else, we'll be out of here for tonight. So going on and push this forward, shower activity continues for San Antonio as the nighttime progresses. Pretty much just that scattered shower activity going all the way even to tomorrow afternoon. Just that scattered shower this event just continues on, even going into like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. You could still be trying to see some isolated shower activity. So I doubt that cloud cover is really going to go anywhere. And then moving on up here towards Raleigh, North Carolina. As you go on and push this forward, Raleigh's looking to be dry as well. So dry just like South Carolina is, and I expect it to probably be like that until probably the weekend. Going into temperatures now. As you go on and let this load up, let's check out the likes. We have 6 people watching, and we've had 12 people tune in so far, but only 5 likes. So make sure that if you have not hit the like button yet, make sure that you go in and do so. For Raleigh, low temperatures tonight at around 35, high temperatures tomorrow. Seems to be around like 56, low temperatures tomorrow night at around 36, and then high temperatures at around 62. So some of your highest temperatures that you've received probably over there in a good little bit. Moving down here to San Antonio for low temperatures tonight at around 49, high temperatures tomorrow 52, 53 maybe even as well. And honestly, temperatures are going to rise actually. So you have low temperatures tonight at around like 48, 49. But as the day goes on, it's going to get up to around 51, and then it's just going to keep on climbing, even through the nighttime hours. Temperatures are going to keep on climbing as you get into Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, so you're really not going to have a low temperature because the low temperature actually might be during the day, and the high temperature actually might be during the night, which is very, very odd. But, I mean, at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be 52 degrees, but at 4 o'clock p.m., it's going to be 51. So, it's not that big of a difference, but it is still something that's kind of interesting to see as you go through your Tuesday going into your Wednesday. And there is actually a threat for some severe weather as well for San Antonio as well. I just saw it earlier right here. As you go into day 3, this is Wednesday. Right here, you are under a marginal risk of severe weather. We'll monitor that as we continue on. But yes, it is a marginal risk. Right now in the discussion, it's just saying isolated large hail and severe gust. I don't see anything about tornadoes in here, but it just says isolated large hail and severe gust is the main concern. And then in terms of excessive rainfall as well, I do not believe it would be much, but let me check it out. Nothing for any of these days, so yeah, you're good in terms of excessive rainfall, and Raleigh is as well. And that's pretty much it. So let's go on and talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States, just news-wise. We're going to keep the radar down here at the low country of South Carolina, where most of the activity is, or, yeah, we'll just keep it down there. But here is what's going on throughout the entire U.S. A winter storm continues to produce showers and thunderstorms and higher elevation snows in portions of the southwestern U.S. Through Tuesday, there is a risk of debris flow on and below recent burn scars. An Arctic front will cross the Great Lakes and New England tonight into Wednesday, bringing gusty winds and snow squalls, which could make for difficult travel. We also do have some wind advisories up for Michigan, maybe even like I said, an Arctic front brings some winter weather into northern Michigan, the UP of Michigan. Winter storm warnings up for New York. And then we do have wind advisories for the Appalachian Mountains. Freezing going on inside California, and then we have some air stagnation advisory going on over here inside of Oregon, Idaho, Washington, and Montana as well. But that's pretty much it. So hopefully that about wraps that up. Let me check out the chat. One more time, Thad says thank you for the forecast. No problem at all. And the poll right now, I asked, do you think snow has the chance to return back to your area this year? Right now, it's 100% no. And honestly, I kind of agree with that. We'll talk about that probably next week. Because I think we really only have like a couple more freezes. And when I say freezes, like 32 degrees below, I think we might only have a couple more of those until the end of the year. So I honestly think we're starting to really get into that warmer phase, and we're warming up to those springtime temperatures. Not quite there yet, but we're trying to get there. And there will be a couple more cold blasts for sure. But that's it. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Monday evening, and I will be back tomorrow morning with your Tuesday forecast update tomorrow at 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning.